Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. We're going to switch it up today a little bit here. We're going to talk about an old video game company called Acclaim. Now, if you've ever heard of them, they had Acclaim sports games. They made a bunch of games back on the Super Nintendo. It's been a long time since Acclaim has been around. One thing that you might not know if you're a younger viewer on my channel is they used to make wrestling games. And this channel is all about wrestling games. In fact, they made the Showdown Legends of Wrestling series, if you can see that right there, which I have in my collection. It's not a very good wrestling game, but it's still fun to play. And they also made the first wrestling game I ever played before I went and played all the other ones. My introduction to wrestling games was WWF Warzone, made by Acclaim Sports. They had it's kind of like EA Sports back when they had EA Sports. It's in the game. You know, Acclaim, everybody was trying to do the sports thing back then. Anyway, so why am I talking about this? Well, I came across this article via GameStop.com, and it sounds like Jeff Jarrett is bringing back Acclaim, or at least he's part of it, which could mean we could see revivals or a new entry in this series. And since he's in AEW or does stuff with AEW, we could also see them do something with AEW games. Let's go over the article and then discuss. Okay, so here we are over on GameStop.com. Shoutouts to them for having this article here. It's been popping up in other places too. It popped up on here about 6 a.m. today, and let's just read this. It says, Acclaim is coming back as game publisher focused on reviving classic franchises. I hope they get Showdown's Legends of Wrestling back, but there's a lot of licensing that they would have to do and work with other companies. Anyway, so it says Acclaim, an iconic game publisher from the 1990s behind series like NBA Jam. That was the last NBA game I played. I mentioned that before, back on the Super Nintendo. Has been revived as an indie game publisher. Acclaim was founded in 1987 and made a name for itself in many ways. It was known for licensed games ranging from NBA Jam to Justice League Task Force, being the console publisher for arcade classics like Mortal Kombat, and its wild marketing stunts promoting games like Turok Evolution and Shadow Man 2 Second Coming. After several high-profile flops like BMX XXX, Acclaim filed for bankruptcy in 2004 and had been defunct until now. Companies like Stryker Entertainment, Ridge Partners, Global Force Entertainment, Feiner Fund, and Jet Management have all come together to revive Acclaim as a game publisher that will support indie developers and reignite classic franchises. It plans to provide funding, marketing, and PR support for any independent developers and works with the new version of Acclaim. The new version of Acclaim, I can't read, is following in Atari's footsteps. Atari has also revitalized itself in recent years and reimagined classic titles like Breakout and iRobot. It's unclear what specific franchises this new version of Acclaim has ownership over, as the initial announcement is more focused on confirming members of its new leadership team, like CEO Alex Jose. That also includes Jeff Jarrett. That's the only reason we're talking about this. A Hall of Fame wrestler who worked with the old version of Acclaim on its WWF titles. Resurrecting Acclaim is an opportunity to impart the same degree of passion and love to a new generation, and I am excited to be involved, Jarrett said of the revival in a press release. No new games were announced alongside this revival of Acclaim, although Joseph teased that the company has already signed some incredible titles, which will be revealing soon. So this is really cool. This is I love it when stuff like this, old wrestling companies or companies, publishers, developers, whatever, that used to make wrestling games, because there's only one right now, one big one, and that's 2K. Nobody else really makes wrestling games anymore, or at least they're the publisher anyway. I know that Visual Concepts makes the games, but you understand what I'm trying to get at, right? So what I see here is an opportunity for, let's say, Ultra Pro Wrestling. I know money's been kind of tight with them, and they're doing the best they can to try to get the game to the finish line. What if a company like this comes in and they work out a deal to where they can do all the publishing, the marketing, and all this stuff to really help get Ultra Pro Wrestling to the finish line? That would be a huge help to them, and they can get the game out faster to us, so we finally have that alternative to the WWE games, right? Who knows? Maybe they'll go over and help, even though it's virtual basement. Maybe Acclaim could help with that too. They could help with the wrestling code. I forgot the name there for a second. Since Jeff Jarrett is there, that opens the doors to indie developers trying to make wrestling games. That's what I'm getting at here. This is huge. I really hope that they reach out to Ultra Pro Wrestling and that Sam and them can come to some sort of agreement. I know, like, not being tied to a publisher gives you freedom and full control over your IP. I don't know what, like, if they would have to have, like, certain ownership of the company or anything like that. I don't know what their deal would be, but I feel like if Acclaim's coming back and doing this kind of stuff and they want to help indie companies, that'd be a great first start. Imagine Aki Games, Hyperfocus, and Acclaim, of all companies, all on the box art of Ultra Pro Wrestling. That would be pretty funny. And I'm curious, maybe since they're not announcing any new games, I'm curious if they'll do something like they could take, what is it? Showdown Legends of Wrestling. I don't know how hard it would be, but they could take the skeleton of that, put AEW wrestlers in there, and just swap out all the characters. I know that would be a huge undertaking. That probably wouldn't work, but who knows? Who knows what could happen? I'm just a little excited about this because I just hope some more wrestling games come back. I hope that they help indie developers like Ultra Pro Wrestling, the Wrestling Code, and anybody else trying to make a wrestling game. Neckbreakers, that game too. Wrestling games could be making a huge comeback in the next 5 to 10 years. But in the meantime, we're going to be playing the 2K series because, well, there's nothing else. And I'm not trying to take a shot at 2K. They've added a lot of good stuff this year, a lot of things we've asked for, and a lot of things we didn't ask for. But that's not on them. That's their corporate. Like, that's 2K. That's WWE asking them to put that stuff in there. Imagine if they could put the full funding of the game to everything we wanted. It'd be done already, because they wouldn't have to make up new modes and try to monetize and try to get that infinite growth of revenue that every freaking major publisher wants. It's like, it's not sustainable, and eventually you're going to piss off your fan base and they're all going to leave. And then you have no money. That's what we're seeing in the gaming industry right now. Fans have had enough. They're tired of being jerked around. They're tired of being nickel and dimed, and they just want to have fun. The whole point of video games is to escape our daily lives. It's an escape. It just takes the stress away. You don't have to worry about life. You don't have to worry about the economy. You could just escape to an awesome world and have fun for a few hours or whatever. Anyway, it's just one man's thoughts. How do you feel about the Acclaim coming back? Like, that wasn't on my bingo card for 2025, especially with Jeff Jarrett in there. Anyway, sound off the comments below, and thank you for watching.